guys, I'd like to, obviously I've introduced myself. I'm Major Reedy Cooter. This is John Lafferty. John's with the Farm Progress Show, so he wants to go down and meet you folks. We talked a little bit, obviously it's very busy up here.
Yeah, just stay right there.
There's a lot of vehicle traffic coming in and out of the parking lot. So I'll let John talk to you a little bit about what the Farm Progress Show wants you to do so you don't get anybody hurt.
Basically what my role is, obviously my world goes to the safety of its patrons as well as its exhibitors.
Thank you for your service.
What I'm looking for from y'all is, first let me just say, thank you for expressing your First Amendment rights. I appreciate it. You all have the right to be able to do that and come out here. And that's why on a private property we say, yes, we want you to be able to do that. So from Farm Progress Show, we do appreciate, we do understand that.
Show is welcoming us to be here, allowing us to exercise our First Amendment rights. Let's give them a big round.
You know, it is obviously. No, I'll go ahead. I'll just talk to you guys here, and if you'd like to pre-announce, you can. Along with that, though, I do have to worry about the safety of those patrons as well as you, because you're on my private property now for this time being. So, what I'm looking for you guys to do is obviously have a peaceful time here while you're here. You are obviously, if you look where you're standing in a row of cars. I have individuals that are getting ready to come out of the show and need to leave. At that time, please make room for them. If you need to stage on one side or the other, I'm not sure what your plans are from here. If you're willing to divulge that to me, I would love to know that, just so I have an idea.
We'll be here about 10 or 15 minutes.
Beautiful. And then, are you going anywhere else within our grounds, just so I kind of get a feel where you're going to be?
Not within your grounds. No.
Okay. We had set up a designated area for you.
Thank you.
However, this will work as long as I can get traffic in and out. Okay. So that's really where my world starts and ends. Once you leave our property, that then becomes a different issue.
Yep.
Now the one thing I would say is our private property is where the least space is. See this road right here, the 217? We have the least space on this side of it, and we have the least space on that side of it. What happens up on 217, you're taking it into your own hands, okay? If it's just a few 10 minutes here, I'm okay with that. That's cool. Do what you gotta do. Stay out of everybody else's way. Let them come and go as they will to our show so they can enjoy that show, okay?
Will patrons be coming to their cars from that direction as well as this direction?
All different directions. Okay. All different directions, and obviously you've seen the vehicle traffic out here. It's not just cars. There's some big implements and tractors out there too. So be safe, do what you need to do, and then respectfully move on. Is that cool?
We will make an announcement.
Thank you.
Yes, good to meet you. Thank you all, appreciate it.
So
John is...
so guys, just again from the State Patrol side, again, just to reiterate what John said, have a peaceful demonstration here, certainly express your First Amendment rights. If you would decide to move from this location and walk, obviously I can't have you walking, as John said, down 217th Street, because that's a huge safety factor. We've got cars leaving, still cars coming, so we would prefer that you not do that. If you choose to walk someplace, I would encourage you to stay in the parking lot. It'll be a little safer for you, and we'll help walk with you just to ensure that you don't get hit by cars that are trying to leave the parking lot. I kind of thought that might be the case, but I wouldn't want to be presumptuous. So we would certainly encourage you to walk through the aisle, and we'll help you just to make sure you don't get hit by parked cars. Yeah, whatever you'd like to do when you get there. But again, if you would for some reason block 217th Street, we can't allow that, obviously, for your safety.
And one other thing, I do have some water in the back of my Kubota. I will stay throughout the process of you being here, if you indeed need that. If you have any type of medical issues, if anybody slips, falls, anything like that, that becomes something I have to write a report on. I don't want to do that because I don't like work. I don't have to do it. So what I do ask is, if it does, stay where you are, have a friend come grab one of us so we can assist you, okay?
Aspects of why we're here and what we're doing. And first, in solidarity with our Native allies across the length of this pipeline, and particularly this time with our allies in North Dakota who have been standing strong at the Spirit Camp for months now, I want to welcome Robert Knuth to the stage, and he will share with us a brief blessing. Here's Robert.
I'd like to talk to our relatives, all you standing here and outside here. I want to ask a prayer today for all your safety. Take off your hats, please. I want to talk in my native language for a little bit. O Dukashila Wakantaka, Chosaniawoki, Uchimaka, Mother Earth, we're here for you today. We're here for good health, and happiness today. I ask that you bless the police that are watching us. I ask that you bless the protesters. I ask that you bless this Mother Earth. And I ask that you help all of us understand what it is, that why we're here. My relatives up in North Dakota, they're still standing and praying. And I'm praying along with them today. I brought a loaded pipe. And when this protest is over and everybody goes home, I'm going to smoke that pipe for all of you. And everybody included, the animals, the trees, the fish, the earth. Yeah. Because this is what we're here for. It's not about us. My relative used to say, it's not about us. We're here to sacrifice something today. And I'm going to pray and give thanks for you. Oh, thank you so much, Robert. Can everybody hear me? Yes. Can everybody hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, so to the next speaker, get really close to this. We're going to talk next about water. Peter is involved with the Bakken Resistance Coalition and Citizens Climate Lobby. He has visited the camp in North Dakota as well. Peter?
Can we make our circle bigger? Yeah, that'd be good. Everyone back up a little.
Can you hear me?
Everybody take a step back so we can see all around us.
Okay, yeah, I just came back from North Dakota, and it was a great privilege to be standing with our indigenous brothers and sisters. Water is life. Minnie McConey, our Native American friend Moses Brings Plenty from Kansas City says, there's only one creation that can live without water, and that is the Stone Nation. Every other living being, doesn't matter their nationality, their species, how many legs they have, if they fly, every creature is dependent on water. Every person living along the pipeline route is completely dependent upon clean water. Future generations will have no future unless we protect the water today. Our precious Des Moines River, the longest free-flowing river in Iowa, more than 500 miles, drains more than a quarter of our state. We are here to protect the sacred waters of the Des Moines River and of the many other rivers and streams gravely threatened by this unwise pipeline. Joining with our indigenous brothers and sisters at Standing Rock, we say, Mini Wachoni, water is life. Protect it! Protect it! Protect it!
Thank you. That's Peter Clay, folks. Next, somebody else who has been absolutely instrumental in this effort, Carolyn Raffensperger. There you are.
I'm a lawyer for Future Generations.
Yeah!
And I'm here on behalf of Future Generations, your great-great-grandchildren.
Yeah!
When the law is far apart from justice, the law must fall.
That's
That's what I stand for. A law that allows private property of landowners to be taken, to be seized through eminent domain, and given to a polluting pipeline company. That law must fall. To allow the pollution of our drinking water is insane. It is not just. The law that would allow that must fall. This is an illegitimate pipeline. The law that any kind of vote, any kind of ratification that allowed that must fall. Justice must prevail. And what I know about this group is that we stand for justice. We stand for justice. The tree of life holds the scales of justice.
That's right. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you very much. Part of this coalition, I'd say in some ways the most instrumental part of this coalition in Iowa, at least, are the landowners who, through no choice of their own, ended up in the crosshairs of the Dakota Access Pipeline Company. And I want to welcome, I know we have about 6 or 7 or more landowners here today, and let's give them all a big round of applause. 2 of them live very close to here. I'd like to welcome Dick and Judy Lamb to the, as I'm calling it, stage.
Thank you, thank you. Judy and I own the farm about 3 miles down the road here, where as we speak, they are tearing through, separating the topsoil, the precious topsoil. Landowners don't agree on much, and farmers, but these 3 things we can agree on. 1, we didn't ask for this, we didn't want it, it was thrust upon us. 2, it's been terribly stressful for all of us. 3, we feel betrayed by our state government, all branches of it, that didn't just stop it, they enabled it. That's right. And finally, I think we all agree, although we have many woes here, it isn't about the landowners. The bigger picture is for our children, our grandchildren, and future generations. That's more important than what happens to the landowners, and that's why all of you are here, and we appreciate that.
I just want to add, I have a reoccurring nightmare. I wake up in the middle of the night and someone calls me that's driving down Highway 30 to tell me that there's a big black pool growing on my land.
Thank you, Dick. Thank you, Judy. One other landowner we wanted to hear from today is Cindy Capola. She has farmland in Calhoun County, and I believe her grandfather was the 4-time national champion cornhusker, correct? That's an honor. Cindy.
I just want to thank all of you for supporting this, which is an environmental disaster waiting to happen, and it needs to be stopped.
Now, there are some people today who are willing to risk arrest to stop this pipeline.
Yes.
One of those is Miriam Kashi with 100 Grannies for a Livable Future.
Thanks for being here, everybody. Repeat after me. We are here to defend and protect.
We are here to defend and protect.
Not to protest and do damage.
Not to protest and do damage.
We are here out of love for our earth.
We are here out of love for our earth.
And future generations.
And future generations.
We are not here to hate.
We are not here to hate.
We are here because of the illegitimate, anti-democratic process.
We are here because of the illegitimate, anti-democratic process
that has created this grave threat to Iowa.
That has created this grave threat to Iowa.
And our rivers and our soil.
And our rivers and our soil.
We are here in solidarity with our Native brothers and sisters.
We are here in solidarity with our Native brothers and sisters.
To stop the black snake that threatens their water and ours.
To stop the black snake that threatens their waters and ours.
We are here because we are informed.
We are here because we are informed
about the undeniable reality of the climate crisis.
About the undeniable reality of the climate crisis
that is already destroying life on our planet home.
That is already destroying life on our planet home.
I'll say the next part.
Okay, hang on. Vehicle coming.
I'll say the next part.
Turning. Not turning. Never mind. We're good.
False alarm.
Game on.
Okay, I'll say the next part.
No.
We are watching as the glaciers melt.
We are watching as the glaciers melt.
Okay then, join me.
That's why we didn't.
Oceans heat and rise.
Oceans heat and rise.
People die of heat and starvation due to drought.
People die of heat and starvation due to drought.
Great fires burn our forests all over the planet.
Great fires burn our forests all over the planet.
And floods wash away communities and lives.
And floods wash away communities and lives.
We know that these Dakota Access workers need jobs.
We know that these Dakota Access workers need jobs.
We want clean, green jobs for them.
We want clean, green jobs for them.
And we are working very hard toward that.
And we are working very hard toward that.
But this pipeline is not going to serve the common good.
This pipeline is not going to serve the common good.
This pipeline will destroy, pillage, pollute, and plunder. For profit, not for people and nature.
For profit, not for people and nature.
And I'm going to end with a quote from Ansel Adams, who was a naturalist and a photographer. It is horrifying that we have to fight our own government to save the environment. Thank you.
That's right.
Again, I am truly moved by the turnout today. This effort to stop this pipeline has been growing and growing. And what is happening here today is not just significant historically in Iowa, but nationally. And I really want to commend everybody who is here for in whatever capacity, whether you are peacekeepers, whether you are lawyers, whether you're support people, whether you're planning to risk arrest. At this time, I think I'm going to turn it over to Adam and just say, again, really, I can't tell you how honored I am to be standing here with all of you. Thank you, Ed. All right.
Right.
Yeah. So most of you know me. My name is Adam Mason. I'm a community organizer at Iowa CCI. I'm also a CCI member and a Bakken pipeline fighter.
All right.
I want to thank you, Echo Ed, and thank you all for being here today. We came here today 2 years after we learned of this proposal. 2 years of fighting this proposal when regulatory efforts have failed us. We're not fighting that fight anymore. No. This fight continues to play out in the courts. We will let that happen. The reason that we are here today is because the courts agreed with us that it is our First Amendment right to be here today to say no to the pipeline. We will continue to stand for that right as we fight the pipeline. So thank you all for joining us today. We are here to protect our water. We are here to protect our soil, to protect our land. We are here to stand in solidarity with our brothers and sisters in Dakota who has inspired us to take action that we are going to take today. This morning we had 90 people at a nonviolent civil disobedience training. Over lunch, more joined us, so now we stand here 100 strong. And our mission now, as I ask you to join us in this next step, as we take a little walk, is to send a strong message from the hundreds that we are today to the folks across the street, to the folks that are going to hear us across Iowa, to our brothers and sisters in Dakota that we stand with them, to folks across the country and across the world. It is time to turn the corner on fossil fuels, leave the oil in the ground, and move forward with a clean planet. So I ask you to join me as we start, and in just a minute, take a walk down this road. Down this path in between these cars. Just down the street here, you probably saw it as we drove in, there's a staging area. It's like a beehive of construction for this pipeline. So the stand we are taking today is shutting down the hive. Like our hives are dying, today we will stop theirs. So, again, thank you all for joining us for this peaceful display of nonviolent resistance to the Dakota Access Pipeline. Thank you. This is a message that will resonate and inspire more to take action with us. We do have a civil disobedience team. So as we march, you'll notice folks in the yellow vests. They are our guides. Follow their instructions, please. Our civil disobedience team, the folks who have gone through the training and who will be risking arrest, if you can move in the direction towards Frank there. We want you to help lead us with your inspiring action. As they filter to the front, everybody else, please join us in marching in solidarity.
Did I hear a sound of thank you? Got the video.